Color guard, attention. Audience, please rise. Scout salute. Those not in uniform, please place your right hand over your heart. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Scout sign. Please join me in reciting the Scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Please join me in reciting the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Color guard, return to rank. Scouts at ease. I would like to welcome you to the Troop 196 Eagle Scout Court of Honor. It is my pleasure to introduce Joe B. Folks, who is the Master of Ceremonies of this Court of Honor.
Before we begin, I would like to invite all Eagle Scouts, including adults, to stand at this time. Thank you. You may be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce Abby Hannah, who will lead us in our prayer.
It is my honor as chaplain aide for the Girls Troop 196 to give the invocation and offer a prayer tonight for my good friend and fellow scout, Matt Burton. We gather here today in gratitude and to honor Matt for the journey that has brought him to this moment, and for the many people who helped make it possible. We give thanks to God for his family, friends, leaders, and mentors, and all in attendance tonight who stood beside him, this scout along the trail and gave of their time and talents to guide Matt. We honor and celebrate your achievements alongside him. We ask, Lord, that this scout will continue to live out the values the Eagle Scout rank represents: character, perseverance, and a deep commitment to helping others. As we recognize this achievement today, we also look forward with hope, knowing the world is made better each time someone chooses to lead, to serve, and to do what is right. May we all feel the joy of this shared moment, be grateful for the friendships, memories, and community that surround, and be thankful for the opportunity to be part of such a meaningful event. We ask all of this in your name. Amen.
Welcome, guests of Troop 196. Tonight, we are here to honor our troop's newest Eagle Scouts, PJ Bohannon, Matt Burton, and Mitchell Folks. Their accomplishments are being recognized tonight by the troop and community. I would like to welcome Connor and Chris, our Eagle Scouts in attendance, to share about the path of becoming an Eagle Scout that is behind this important honor.
The journey begins with the Scout and Tenderfoot ranks. At this point, a Scout learns the basics, like tying a square knot and lighting a fire without burning down the whole forest. But most importantly, he memorizes the Scout oath and law and starts living by it. This is the foundation. Scout spirit begins here.
Next comes second and first class ranks. A scout gets outdoors, he learns to navigate with a map and compass, cooks a meal, and maybe even survives eating it. He starts taking on more responsibility because second class means you're no longer new. In first class, the scout is now fully trained in basic scout skills, like swimming 100 yards, identifying local plants, or knowing how to respond in an emergency. He's cooked, camped, hiked, and served his patrol. This rank means I can take care of myself and help others too.
Star and Light Scout ranks. means stepping into leadership and doing more. More merit badges, more service to the community and troop, and more leadership, but also more maturity. This is when a scout starts thinking beyond himself. He starts thinking like an eagle.
And finally, Eagle Scout. To get here, a scout plans and leads a service project. Not just doing, but organizing. He finishes all 21 required merit badges. He's reviewed not only by his troop, but by his entire district. Becoming an Eagle means something. It's a symbol of leadership, service, and integrity.
Thank you, Chris and Connor. Now please welcome Maverick Folks to introduce one of our honorees, Mitchell.
First off, I want to thank you all for coming here to celebrate my brother Mitchell for earning Eagle Scout. This is a result of a long journey with his troop filled with hard work, leadership, and a lot of laughter. Known for our troopers' love of campfire skits, especially Big Betty Beans, he's always led in charge and developed late-night games of unforgettable werewolves. Mitchell's done a lot for this troop, whether keeping us entertained by losing his Crocs not once, but twice, or taking the role of SBL whenever no one else wanted to. He's also taken time out of many of his campouts just to work on younger scouts to sign off on requirements. Mitchell embodies the scout law in every day of his life. He's trustworthy, always there to get you a nuke and valuable. He's loyal. He's been dedicated to this troop for 8 years. He's helpful. He's always willing to lend a hand whenever you need to finish leftover food. He's friendly. Mitchell's the kind of person where if you give him an hour, he'll come out with a lifelong friend. He's courteous. He's always willing to share some of that Mitchell comedy gold. He's kind. He's the kind of guy that'll brighten up your day the second you see him. He's obedient. He's a guy where even if he hates doing the dishes, he'll do them every time. He's cheerful. He's a man that in the middle of a hailstorm, he'll find a good time. He's thrifty. He's someone that if you give him $10, he'll come out with a 4-course meal. He's brave. Mitchell's one of the bravest people I've known. He's gone rock climbing, canoeing, hiking with commitment and energy every single time. He's clean most of the time. If you've ridden the car, you know he needs to improve on this one. And he's reverent. He's been going to church and volunteering there since before I can remember. Mitchell isn't just a leader in this troop, though. He's a leader in our family, and I'm proud to call him my brother. And I'm excited to here to celebrate him today.
Please welcome Chris Burton to introduce our next honoree, Matt.
Congratulations to Matt for completing his Eagle rank. He has shown great dedication and commitment to his achievement, and I know that we are all proud of him. As scouts, you know Matt to be kind, friendly, helpful, fun, and a true leader. But as his brother, I can tell you he's all of that and a lot more. For one thing, Matt is just a tiny bit competitive. Let's say tenacious, driven, but this ambition and competitive spirit translates into success. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a young scout who achieved his Eagle earlier than most at the age of 14. We can all agree that's impressive. However, Matt, who may be just a tiny bit competitive, wanted to do a bit better than this unnamed scout. He wanted to set his sights to achieve his award not at 14, but at 13. He was determined, and so he did. Like he always does. He is able to achieve anything he sets his mind to. He isn't just competitive with others, he's competitive with himself, and that's going to serve him well. And given the story of the unnamed scout who achieved Eagle at 14, we should all remind Matt to give thanks to him as well. His contribution to Matt's success should not go unnoticed. But seriously, Matt is very driven. Take, for example, his Eagle project. It required a lot of hard work and for Matt to learn and use skills that were very unfamiliar. His project focused on water diversion at the Grove United Methodist Church in order to help with erosion that was ruining the pathways and outdoor worship space. I mean, water diversion. How does a 13-year-old figure out water diversion? Well, he researched, he asked professionals, he had meetings with leaders in the field, and he figured it out. The process wasn't without hiccups along the way, but he saw a need, wanted to fix that need, and learned all about the solution. And he did it, just like achieving Eagle at 13. His drive pursued him to ask more questions, learn new things, and lead the team's success. Beyond his drive, however, Matt is very brave. He has an incredible sense of moral strength that helps him stand up in situations that aren't right and navigate challenges. He is extremely helpful and competent. He has trust to get things done and done well. He's especially helpful in the troop, and it is no surprise that he was chosen as ASPL to lead by example. But most importantly, Matt, my brother, is always there for me. We were put together by fate as brothers, but we will always stay together. He is an amazing brother to me, and I'm so proud of him and his achievements. Becoming an Eagle Scout is a great achievement, but he understands it's a lifelong commitment. And Matt shows this commitment by living the Scout law. He is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. He has lived up to his Scout law, and I am so proud of him. Congratulations to Matt for completing this Eagle Scout rank. I'm sure it is one of many achievements that just show how unstoppable you are. Congratulations.
And now Connor Stratton to introduce PJ Bojan.
Technology. It's a real honor for me to stand here today and introduce someone who means a lot to me, my friend PJ, as he receives the rank of Eagle Scout. From the start, PJ has shown the kind of quiet strength that doesn't demand attention, but earns respect. He's thoughtful, intelligent, and above all, he's consistent in his character, his kindness, and his commitment to others. Throughout his scouting journey, PJ has shown what it means to lead with actions. He's the kind of person who steps up when something needs to be done, not because he wants recognition, but because he knows it's the right thing to do. He has a calm presence that brings stability to any group, and a steady work ethic that speaks volumes about his character. Something that stands out about PJ is how he decides to treat people. He listens and notices when someone's having a tough day, and genuinely cares. That thoughtfulness and trait of being there for others is what makes him not just a great scout, but a great person. Reaching the rank of Eagle Scout is no small accomplishment. It's a symbol of perseverance, leadership, and service. PJ embodies all of those values, and while he may not seek the spotlight, he has more than earned this moment of recognition. Now I will poem about my boy PJ. They do not seek the loudest cheer, but earn respect when they draw near. With thoughtful words and purpose strong, they guide the right, correct the wrong. Their strength is not in bold commands, but in the work of steady hands. They listen first, then choose their way, and show through action what to say. They hold their ground, yet stay sincere, with honesty, both calm and clear. They lift with words that heal, not bruise, and choose the right that few would choose. Their courage shows in quiet ways, not needing thanks nor seeking praise. For character, when truly shown, speaks loudest when it stands alone. It's with great honor that I can introduce to you someone who I can call a true friend, PJ.
Please welcome current and former Scoutmasters Kevin, Chris, Nate, Jeremy, and Steve.
I get to start us out. I am so grateful that I get to be here today to help recognize these three boys. I almost didn't get to because my company's going live on our new SAP system, so I'm supposed to be in Poland today. But when I told my leadership, they said, Chris, this is a big deal. When a kid gets this kind of, accomplishment, we need to stand up and recognize it. So just in case you're wondering, even high-level executive leadership at Fortune 500 companies think this is a pretty big deal. Good job, guys. Anyway, and I think part of that is because this is really a sign of a kid being an adult, right? I mean, this is something that you've had to do. You've had to, achieve bureaucracy. They've had to, fill in paperwork and fill in all the forms and get them signed and do meetings and all that kind of stuff. And that's quite an accomplishment for a kid. I didn't think I did anything like that until I was in my mid-20s. So good job again, fantastic. But the real reason that I'm grateful for these guys is not because of their accomplishments. It's because of, well, actually it is. It's because of the real accomplishment that they've done. And that's that they have helped build this troop. And this troop is an amazing troop. And if you look around, these are the guys that support each other. These are the guys that will take care of you. Every kid in our troop knows they have a buddy at all times, make each other feel welcome and included. And that is an amazing accomplishment. And these are their leaders. These are the guys who lead that. Because in Scouts, that's the real truth, is that it's kid-led. So we're just there for the ride. And these guys are doing the leading, and this is an amazing group that they've put together. So thank you guys. I'm so grateful to have gotten to be a part. You guys have done an amazing job.
We all know about the accomplishments. I'm not going to go over the accomplishments tonight. I've known these boys for a long time. I've known their families, their friends, people I care about. So they are my family. Every single one. Every single one of your boys I love. Every single one of them I've loved in a different way. So we're going to talk tonight about what 196 is. 196 is truly, honestly, a family. We take care of each other. These boys aren't ending their journey with Eagle. They're beginning their journey with all of us. We're all together. We're all part of a group. We even have people from years gone by. They're still parts of this family today. So first we'll talk about Mitch. We gotta always tell a story about Mitch. Besides, Mitchell asked me to anyway. For those of you that cannot believe this, Mitchell was the runt of the troop. He truly was. He was smaller than PJ. He was smaller than Connor. And our little friend Mitchell would go through the forest, backpacking along, with tents dragging on the ground, singing McDonald's songs. Come on, Mitchell, one more time. One more time. What was it, the ba-ba-ba-da-da, I'm loving it? What was it that you were singing? Over and over and over on the back end. You were singing a McDonald's song. And then when we want to get into somebody, Mitchell, when he takes over senior patrol leader, he didn't want to just have a better family around him. He wanted to grow his family. He wanted everybody to have an opportunity. Mitchell was not only insistent about singing on the trails and creating those friendships, he was also very insistent, for those of you that don't know, about having a campfire every single time and bringing us all together. That is what Mitchell loved to do. He loved having his family around him. He loved celebrating his family, and he still loves his family today. At any given time, you'll always find him working with the younger scouts starting up in the new family, more so than hanging out with the older friends that he does currently have. And then we come to PJ. PJ is a little bit easier because PJ, Connor, I could read his poem over again, we would all know what that means. But one of the greatest things, one of the greatest memories is that PJ has an uncanny ability to have weather come in on most of his trips. I don't know if he likes it or if he calls it in or what happens, but there's been more than once PJ and I have found ourselves in a hailstorm. There have been more than once PJ and I have found ourselves in a basement shelter with straight line winds. And there's more than once in the nighttime, somebody will say, "Hey, I got a joke." As we're all hanging out and he's always got a quip, he's always got something to say, he's always trying to bring people up. When things are looking down, things are looking bad, people are wet, we're trying to get people dry, we need somebody out there to keep a calm head and say, "Hey guys, this is what I call fun." And that was PJ every single time. And we're finally going to get my buddy, Matthew. Matthew and Bo is something very, very strong, and I think this is something that we all want to. Matthew and I have had a fantastic relationship as Scoutmaster and Scout. We've had a trust and a care for each other. We've had a respect for each other on a regular thing. And I look over at Matthew at any given time, and he gives me a smile, and he always says, "I got you, Scoutmaster. I got you." And he said it more than once, even in his Eagle Board of Review. He was in there. I don't know, we did something naughty. I did something naughty. And he mentioned it. And they were in Eagle Board of Review testing this young man, saying, "Hey, You guys aren't supposed to do that. That's against Scout rules. How did that happen? And I'm sitting in the back of the room, and I said, that was my fault. And he just looks over at me, he's like, I got you, Scoutmaster. He had nothing to do with this. He's always got me. He's always had me. He's always been a part of this family. I can tell the three of you guys that once this eagle has been earned, and prior to the eagle being earned, that Chris Blake, he's got you. Nate, he's got you. Jeremy, he's got you. Ryder's got you. And even some of our younger scouts, they got you. It's been an honor to be with these boys. It's been an honor to watch them. It's been an honor to have them be a part of our family. And I want to thank you guys for being a part of it too.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I won't go too long. I feel like I'm the old guy leaving, and I'm not really leaving because Kyle's been in the troop for a while now. He's got a little longer to go. But I started in the troop, I think 12 or 13 years ago with my son Adam, who went through 11 to 18, and then took a couple years off, and then Kyle started. And so now he's here for another 8 years or so. But during that time, I kind of took over as Scoutmaster, and I think just towards the tail end of it, I got to meet Mitchell and PJ, and I'll kind of name a couple others, Sam and Connor, and you know, people that have come and gone before that. But it was kind of like a gap there for years where we had some of the older scouts leaving, and then we had a couple in the middle, and then we had this younger crowd coming in. And it was really a good time to see that growth there that you guys brought on, and I think that a lot of the troop today owes its growth to you, because you were really that bridge that kept us going. And unfortunately, I left with Kevin at the start of COVID, and so that made it a little bit more difficult for him. And so he had to kind of figure out how to operate a troop under, quarantines and all that kind of stuff, and at home or backyard campouts and things like that, which probably weren't that fun. I guess I wasn't there for that, but I know that keeping it going through that period was tough. And then in the last few years, we've got the girls trip now, and we've got some new scouts that's been fantastic. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see Matt and Chris come along until after I was out as a Scoutmaster, but I got the two of you at least for a little while, and the Black Hills trip was really fun. I think that was fun is a relative word, because like Kevin said, there was a lot of interesting events like hailstorms and things like that kind of put a little hair in your chest to make you grow up really, really quick. But I recall some other campouts where things didn't always go the right way. There was one where it was a rainstorm, and I believe, I don't know if it was Mitchell or someone, but they put the fly-on upside down, and so the water actually, instead of being pushed off, went right into the tent. And so that was fun, and I think one of the other first campouts that you guys were on, I think you were supposed to buy the food, and you came back with pretty much all sugar. Cowtails, Rice Krispie bars, pancakes and syrup, and you were well fed, but it was fun. Some of the games and things that we had a chance to play, but I got to see you guys grow up, and so everyone, I see the new group of kids coming in every time, and it's always amazing to see you go from there to there, and now you're going up to college, and special word to Sam. I suppose he's in college right now, or
yeah, just finishing up.
Madison. Yeah. So, yeah, this I don't want to say it'll be the last time I'm up here, but it's the last time that a scout is going through the ranks for the period of time that I was Scoutmaster, and so I'm so happy that you're here today. and I hope that you continue that journey in Scouts and use it throughout your life as you go forward. Thank you. All right, so hard to follow that up. We are so proud of you guys. I'm Nate Ballard. I'm the current Scoutmaster of the troop. So I've taken over about almost a year now since Kevin handed over the reins. So I've been to get to see these boys kind of their very final months of the program. Again, you heard the history from all these three, right? These guys have grown so much. Just on the very last campouts, I got to see Matt jump up and lead as the senior patrol leader, taking over for this last campout. He really kept everyone moving and having fun, organized activities for the younger scouts to learn. PJ was on there as well. He was leading all the campfire games, kind of passing on the torch of his final campout. Mitchell, I've seen, does such a good job kind of taking care of our young scouts, helping guide them. You know, when they have a problem, he's there helping them, you know, keeping them calm, telling them a story about how he also dumped over the whole pot of spaghetti when he was a young scout. And everyone had to pick grass out of their meal, but they all survived. So it's been so exciting to get to see these guys reach this final milestone. So we're so proud of you guys. We are now going to kind of switch over to where we're going to present some awards. So first, we're going to have our three assistant scoutmasters here are going to present the neckerchiefs to these scouts. As they put these neckerchiefs on, we've talked a lot how we have the boys really lead everything we do here in the program. So we actually asked the scouts for their input, kind of how they wanted this ceremony to go. And one of the things that we asked them was, who did they want to actually pin the award on their chest? And all three of them separately told us they really wanted their parents to be the ones to pin that pin on them. So I'm going to ask the parents of our three about to be Eagle Scouts to please come up. You may pin the Eagle Scout badge on the pocket of their uniform. With that, we have 3 new Eagle Scouts in our troop. These 3 actually, I think, have a few things to say, so we'll give them the stage and we'll give them some words.
One side's my science homework, so. I want to first thank everybody for coming out. This is quite the crowd, and I'm so glad we could have so many people come to support us. I just want to take a second to give a few thank yous to the people that helped me along the journey. First, I want to thank the Lord for all the opportunities that He's provided with me, and I would not be anywhere close to here without Him. Second, I want to give a big thank you to my parents. I want to thank my mom for all the help that she's given me over the years. I'm so proud of you for especially coming to those canoeing trips. Those are the hardest camp out we do, and the fact that you did them is incredible. And thank you so much for the paperwork. I would not have gotten it done without you. I also want to thank my dad. Honestly, sometimes you drive me up the wall, but you have pushed me to get the requirements done. I'd probably be right around second class or tenderfoot right now if you didn't make me put that work in. And I also want to thank my grandma. Grandma, thank you so much for all the sewing and the rides that you've given over the years. This uniform would not look how it does without you. And I also want to thank all the Scoutmasters and Assistant Scoutmasters. Thank you so much, Chris Blake and Steve Brybar, for coming to the camping trips. You make them so much more fun. And I also want to thank all the Scoutmasters individually. Mr. Olson, where is he? Where'd he go? There you are, sorry. You made a culture that was so fun to be in. We only had 10 or 15 scouts at the time, but it was an incredible troop, and you were so kind and caring, and especially patient. I was kind of an annoying little kid. So having you to push us along made a huge difference. I also want to thank probably the biggest contributor to my Eagle Scout rank, Mr. Kevin Stratton. Thank you so much for all you've done. You've taught me almost all the scout skills that we have that I've used, and not only my scouting skills, but where I am as a man today. I would be a completely different person, definitely worse if you weren't in my life. I wouldn't give up anything for the memories, the ski, and the pow that you gave us. And last, I want to thank Mr. Boyard. You haven't been my Scoutmaster for a super long time, but I couldn't think of anybody that's any more qualified than you. You have all the qualities of a perfect Scoutmaster, and I know that as my other siblings come through the troop, I know you're going to do an amazing job with them. But let's go back to when I first joined Scouts. So when the troop started, we had not even close to this many kids, maybe like 15, 16, something like that? Not even? Wow, that's rough. But Ryder, I don't even remember this myself, but Ryder told me this story of when I was in AOL and we walked across the bridge. Apparently I kneeled down to get my neckerchief. And Ryder went, oh, this kid is gonna suck. And I know that at times I was really annoying, and sometimes I still am. But I want to thank the entire Troop 196 community for their patience with me and all the resources that you guys have put in to make me the person I am today. So thank you so much, everyone.
To illustrate my gratitude, I have a small story. So when I first joined the Boy Scouts, I honestly just did it to be like my older brother. He had been in Scouts for many, many years before me, before Ryder, before Jeremy, long time ago. But, I can still remember when he would get dressed up in his uniform with my dad, and they'd join, what seemed like a secret society to me every Monday night. It just seemed really cool. But when it came time for me to become a Boy Scout, I did it with one main goal: to get further than my brother. It was a pretty shallow goal, I know. You see, he only made it to second class before he quit. And for some strange reason, I felt the need to one-up my brother. That was one of the main reasons I was actually drawn to this troop, because it was the one he was in. Now, this troop also, Ryder was our den chief over there. Ryder, you were also amazing in drawing me in here. And then I just think I'm so lucky that I did find my way through this troop. So if I had stayed in Scouts to try to just outdo my brother, I completely doubt that I would be standing before you all earning the rank of Eagle. When I actually got into the troop, I was immediately welcomed with open arms into this community. The older Scouts were wonderful mentors to me, Ryder, Zach, Adam, Ben, all of them. I became super quick friends with all the scouts my age, super friendly, and everybody genuinely made me feel included around here. And they helped me all learn that scouting was much more than just the ranks. It was about experiencing the world with great people at your side. And so, a while back, I asked my dad about why my brother actually quit Scouts. He told me he had never actually really been able to make friends in the troop, and that so many years ago, it just wasn't the same compassionate community that we have here today. And so I just feel so lucky to be able to thrive in such a great environment with all of your support. You all have got me here. So thank you to my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, for driving me in and letting me go on so many great adventures. Thank you so much. Thank you to my fellow scouts for always lifting my spirits. You're always so funny to talk to, and we always have a great time playing games together. You guys are amazing. Thank you to the Strattons, the Foltz, the Ellingsons, the Burtons, the Bulliards, the Bryvards, the Blakes, the Tatros, the Olsons, the Watsons, the Jameses, the Feeses, and every other family who has supported me throughout this. You all, I seriously cannot say this enough. I would not be here without all of you. And finally, thank you to my Scout Masters, Jeremy, Nate, Kevin. I mean, you've known me day one, and you have turned me into someone I can be proud of. And I thank you for that. And Jeremy, like I said about Ryder, you made a great culture coming into this troop. I mean, really. It was just so welcoming. I felt like I could just jump right in. And Nate, the troop is in great hands with you. It's going to be amazing. But also, I would like to do one last thank you to Mitchell, Connor, and Sam. You guys are my day ones. You're some of my greatest friends. So thank you.
Before I say anything else, I would like to take a moment to express my thanks to all of you who have come and supported me and the other Eagle Scouts tonight. I would like to say thanks to some very important people throughout my scouting journey. First, to Chris Blake. Thank you for being the fun, exciting person through my scouting journey. I could always count on you to bring games and fun activities to our den and now our troop. Being part of my life has had a huge impact on me. I am so grateful that you have helped me through my scouting journey. I truly could not have done it without you. To Kevin, thank you for always being there and helping through my scouting journey. You have taught me about a lot of scouting things and also told really good stories by the fire. You believed in me as a leader long before I saw it in myself. Thank you for pushing me forward when I got stuck and being an amazing leader to me and my den when we first came into the troop. To Nate, thank you for being my scout leader and project coach for my Eagle project. You have always known what to do, whether it's fixing a brake on a bike or knowing how to divert water from a church. Your calm and kind expertise was very helpful in scouting. And of course, we can't forget those shorts you always wear no matter the weather. Thank you so much for being there for me. And finally, to my parents. I want to take a moment to thank my parents for everything they've done to support me throughout my scouting journey. From the very beginning, you've been there every step of the way, whether it was encouragement when I needed them the most, or your unwavering support, love, and dedication to Your unwavering support, love, and belief in me have made all the difference. You've shown me what it means to be dedicated and always do my best. I'm so grateful for all of you, the support and love you have given me. Again, thank you, everyone who has come out here today to celebrate with me and other Eagle Scouts. We could not have reached our goals without the support from you guys.
Before we go, Logan Watson will share a poem with you to shine a light on what an amazing accomplishment this is for these scouts.
This poem is called One of 100 Scouts.
Of any 100 boys who become scouts, it must be confessed 30 will drop out in the first year. Perhaps this may be regarded as a failure, but later in life, all of these boys will remember what they had been taught in scouts and will speak well of the program. 12 of these 100 boys will be from families with no religious affiliation. Through scouting, these 12 and their families may be brought into contact with a church, synagogue, or mosque and will continue to be active all their lives. 6 of them will enter the ministry. Each of the 100 will learn something through scouting. Almost all will develop hobbies that will add interest throughout the rest of their lives. Many will serve in the military in varying degrees of profit from their scout training. At least one person will use it to save another person's life, and many credit it with saving their own. 3 of the 100 will reach the rank of Eagle, and at least one will say that he values his Eagle badge above his college degree. Many will find future vocation through merit badge work and scouting context. 17 of the 100 boys will become scout leaders and will give leadership to thousands of additional children. Only 1 in 4 boys in America will become a scout, but it is interesting to know that of the leaders in this nation in business, religion, politics, 3 of the 4 were scouts. Today we honor the 3 scouts in 100. We have heard about the things each of them have done in the past to bring us this day. But now imagine what this will have on the future. The story will never end. Like the golden pebble of service dropped into the human sea, it will continue to radiate in ever-widening circles, influencing the characters of men and now women through unending time.
Congratulations, PJ, Matt, and Mitchell. After closing flags, please join us in the Fellowship Hall for dinner and celebration, where you are encouraged to sign each boy's guest book to help them honor this special day.
Color guard, advance. Scout salute. Color guard, retrieve the colors. Scouts retreat. 2. Scouts at ease. Scouts dismiss.
Good? Yeah, I'm good. You want to go in front of this? Fine. Yeah, get your picture.
Hey, can't kneel. We can't see you at all. You guys can't kneel. We can't see you at all.
Should I move those boxes?
Yeah, that'd be better. Okay. We're good. All right. Ready? Everybody say eagle on 3. 1, 2, 3. Eagle. All right. Nice work, group.
It was a good image. Yeah, it was perfectly framed. I don't know how you did that without seeing this.
Yeah, no.